the busy freeways of Los Angeles. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. We've got Luka Doncic. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Marcus Morris. And there's Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. Now the Mavericks with it. To the inside. Here's Richardson. Up top, Doncic. Down low. Here's Porzingis. And the rejection by Zubac. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And so the ball is out of bounds. Richardson touched it last. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And here is Los Angeles now. Zubac kicks to George. Pass to Morris. Richardson against Jackson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. No defenders to be found in that mid-range area.
And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And a little contact won't go a long way against Porzingis. What a display of physicality.
Pass to George. To the middle. Zubac kicks to George. It's rebounded by Dallas.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
And guys, as soon as you start going over and through a rebounder, you're probably going to get whistled for over the back.
Couldn't have been more obvious about it. That's just a lack of discipline, not the way you're taught to do it.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Morris. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And PG, you know, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
George against Doncic. And it's George missing. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Shoots from the line. That's short off the rim.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Doncic with it. George picks him up. Richardson, no luck.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the 3.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack that offensive glass and generate some points outside of those set plays.
Now here's Richardson to the paint. Here's Marjanovic. Porzingis trying to get free. Marjanovic, no good. Inside, here's Leonard. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
Excellent pass, PG-13. Keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
1:27 left to play in the first. Doncic passes to Richardson. Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. Softly drops in the floater. Porzingis has got 6.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
George against Doncic. Morris kicks to George. The pass to Leonard. Here's Morris. Leonard trying to break free. Again, Los Angeles.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Doncic feeling it out. Outside, Porzingis. To the inside. Kicks it out to Richardson. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Finney Smith can't get it to go. Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That's his first foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Brunson against Rondo. Over Brunson. That one off the back iron and out. Here's Redick. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
On the court for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, down low. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Shot clock at 6. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, good evening. The Clippers were picked by many to win the title last year. Now, they didn't get it done, but Kawhi Leonard is not concerned. He said, "We've just got to keep getting better, keep fighting. It's about the right team peaking at the right time." Guys are hoping this season their talent and their fight will win out. Back to you.
We will see. Good stuff, D.A. Thanks. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Batum. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
Brunson, good.
I like that approach, playing inside out, forcing the defense to scramble.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Rondo against Cauley Stein. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And Dallas with a change here too. Burks is checked in to the left wing. Passes it to Mann. The Mavericks pull it in.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
Hardaway, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Batum. Buries it down low. Batum's got 4 this quarter.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Porzingis is checked in for Dallas. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. Clippers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Jackson misses.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s.
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know
but,
it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Doncic finds Marjanovic.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Zubac against Marjanovic. Zubac trying to break loose. The shot by George, no good. Mavericks leading by 4. Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. There's the 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Doncic, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's an 8-point Maverick lead. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jackson, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
So both teams making some changes here. And so Jackson nails both of them. 24 seconds left to play here in the half. Here's Doncic. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half of the game. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
Such assertiveness. This is why Porzingis is a go-to option on offense. Never afraid to take a big shot.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground. And that's going to do it for us here.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Shot clock at 2. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Doncic against George. Here's Cauley-Stein, and the rejection by Zubac. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Clippers trail by 8. Outside, George. Banked in off the glass. George has got the first bucket of the third here for the Clippers.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Doncic dishes to Cauley-Stein. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Misses, and he wants that one back. And here's Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
comfortable inside, plus the 7'3" wingspan. Hard to stop Kawhi without fouling.
The Clippers shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. A different look for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubats. Luke Kennard comes in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. So he gets them both. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Now here's Brunson. He feeds it to Powell. Lays it up off the glass. Powell's got his first points of the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Beverley deciding where to go with it. He dishes it to Cousins. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Hey, you're not going to out-muscle Cousins. He converts through contact as well as anyone.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Dallas shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Brunson against Beverley. From downtown. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hardaway against Morris. Redick for three. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Rajon Rondo is checked in for Patrick Beverley. Kennard with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. Mann can't hit. Dallas leading by 6. Redick passes to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. J.J. finding the open man.
Rondo looking around. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Powell, the pass to Marjanovic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Zubats is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. And Dallas also making a switch. Cauley Stein's checked in. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 6-point game. 58 seconds left in the third quarter. Cauley Stein's shot is good. Cauley Stein's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
George against Hardaway. George passes to Zubats. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
36 seconds left to play in the third. Powell inside. Defended by Batum. The shot by Powell, no good. Past a man. Let's go. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Thompson with it. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Rondo with the steal. And we've reached the end of the third. Mavericks lead by 6. And after a quick break, we're going to... And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. They've got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. It's good. Doncic has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Mavs.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's George. And no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Here's Finney Smith. Back to Cauley Stein. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubac has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And it's Leonard missing. Dallas leading by 8. And there's the pass to Finney Smith. And that one drops.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Bucket is good.
And this one's on the entire defense. Gotta stay awake when Leonard rolls off the pick.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's Doncic. And the rejection by Zubac. A good look from Doncic. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's George. Zubac finds Rondo. Outside for George. 18 feet out. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by George.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Doncic dishes to Cauley Stein. Back to Doncic. Right side Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Richardson. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. George passes to Rondo. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Jackson. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists in the game. Dallas leading by 6. Now Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And when you want Doncic, he's one of those guys who kind of just slithers around until he finds an opening, and then bam.
And here's George. Passes to Rondo. On the wing, Jackson. From the arc. Offensive rebound.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now here's Richardson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Richardson. The feed now to Cauley Stein. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Rajon Rondo.
And Cauley Stein, so explosive around the rim. Hard to defend without fouling.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dallas. Jalen Brunson comes in for Josh Richardson. George from deep three-point land. Not going to go that time. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Hardaway kicks to Doncic. 59 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result. No moment is ever too big for Paul George. He remains confident in the clutch.
Doncic with it. From past the arc. Porzingis finds Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Porzingis. Doncic. And no good that time. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 5.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Leonard against Hardaway. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Hardaway. From deep. Missed. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the up. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. The 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Leonard in at the 3. And for Denver, Rivers out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson. Leonard kicks to Jackson. Off target with his three. Here's Denver now. And the rejection by Zubats. Rivers passes to Porter. Here's Jokic. And that one is good. Jokic has got his team on the board to start the game for the Nuggets. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
Here's George. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Passes it to Morris. That falls. Nice feed that time from George.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
The pass to Jokic. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And the offense, I mean, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Green comes in for JaVale McGee. And Monte Morris subbed in for Porter. That's good for George on the assist from Jackson.
Yeah, excellent determination there from George. This wasn't going to be denied. Fighting off the physical contact and nailing the shot over good defense.
Now here's Rivers. Pass to Jokic. Back to Rivers. 5 to shoot. Morris with the rebound. And Morris has got the ball here for Los Angeles, trailing by 2. The Nuggets have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Here's Jokic, and the layup's good off the glass. Jokic has got 8 points.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. Doesn't go for him. And Denver the other way now. Pass to Jokic. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Gordon kicks to Rivers. Pass to Jokic. Fades away. Rebound by the Clippers. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. George has got his second basket.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Rivers kicks to Gordon. 50 seconds left in the first quarter. Great D that time from Leonard. Here's George. Offensive rebound. The Nuggets have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. And the pass to Jokic. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. A different look for Denver. Bowl, he's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Gordon. And it's Harrison in for Morris. The Clippers trail. Outside Rondo. Over in the corner, Beverly. A miss that time would have put him up. The Nuggets shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. They get the rebound. They shoot again. Here's Bull, and the rejection by Cousins. Bull can't hit. Here's Beverly, and he hits it to tie the game up.
Hey, you can't forget about this now. Rondo's averaged double-digit assists multiple seasons. As good a passer as any in this league.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for the Denver. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
They've got Morris, Paul Millsap out there with Bull. Then it's JaMychal Green, and it's Harrison in at 2 go. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Morris, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Down low and stolen by Bull. One-on-one fast break. Got a hand on it.
A capable defensive player. That wingspan of Batum's really an asset in blocking shots.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Cousins, no good.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, he has to connect from there.
Green breaking loose. Bull, that's good. Now it's a 5-point Nugget lead.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Nuggets have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Millsap finds Green. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kept alive. Back to Kennard from outside the arc. And the Clippers miss again.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
On the wing, Morris. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from outside. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Beverly. And Bull pulls it down. Bull's got 6 rebounds in the game. Morris passes to Green. Back to Morris. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Millsap kicks to Green. Denver needs to get off his shot.
And I think this is where Millsap is most effective. Close to the rim. He has a commanding presence.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential they put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution. Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. Simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor for the Clippers. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 7-point differential. Rebounded by McGee. For Denver, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. LA's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Leonard, the pass to Zubac.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Nuggets leading by 5. And here's Rivers. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the middle, Leonard with the steal. Here's Mann, guarded by Porter. Mann gets the bucket.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Rivers passes to Jokic. McGee in the corner. Back to Jokic. To the inside. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Zubac finds Jackson. And a miss there on the triple. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Rivers has got the ball. Lob pass to Gordon. Doesn't go that time.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know,
thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Best. The first quarter was all about Nikola Jokic. He had 8 points, 3 rebounds, and
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
and you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson from about 16. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Jackson passes to Zubac. Shot from 12. Offensive rebound. No dice on the putback jam. Here's Jokic. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Morris passes to Leonard. Count the basket.
Talk about someone who knows all the angles. Kawhi on the interior.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Here's Jokic. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Rivers dishes to Porter. Pass to Jokic. You know, winning that championship as you did, Greg, for UNLV, many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
championship night. I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Did miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah, got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, ouch. Here's Harrison. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. There's the triple. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Rondo kicks to Batum. To the paint. Kennard, the pass to Batum. Clock at 6. Back to Kennard. And it's sent back by Jokic.
You know, this is what we've seen Jokic do every night. I mean, he puts himself in position to make an impact on the game.
Clippers trail by 5.
A self-described country boy from the town of Sombor, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
Back to Jokic. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. There's 47 seconds left to play in the third. Got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Morris has got his second bucket of the game to go. And Morris has got the ball here for the Nuggets. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jokic draws the double. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And Denver has possession. Down low. From 6 away. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Jokic has a nice shot fake and did a good job that time getting the defenders up in the air and drawing the foul.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Paul Millsap is checked in for Nikola Jokic. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul George comes in for Luke Kennard. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Beverly against Morris. Feeds the Bull. Morris dishes the Bull. The putback. It's hauled in by Zubac. Up the floor. Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. Right back after this break. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 4. They've got JaVale McGee, Harrison out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Porter in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. George finds Zubac to the right side. 5 on the clock. Here's Mann, and 2 free throws coming up. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mike Malone had some words for his team during the break. He said, keep grinding. We're in good shape. Things aren't always going to go perfectly. Don't let that slow you down. Let's just stick to what got us here. Kevin, we'll see if they can build on this lead.
Nice release on the shot. George has put a lot of work into his mechanics. And I like the way he continues to impress from beyond the arc.
Millsap passes to Morris. And here is Green. And there's the feed to Millsap. Over Jackson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Tell you what, you can hit him, slap him, try to wrap him up. Really doesn't matter because Millsap is so strong, he's able to fight through all of that.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
George passes to Leonard. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And it's 6 points for Leonard.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Morris against Jackson. Morris kicks to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
George looking over the floor. Outside Leonard. Count that bucket.
And challenging the bigger defender coming through in the biggest moment.
Well, this guy is always in attack mode, very aggressive. Some players might kick it out there, not him. He's going right to the bucket.
Millsap dishes to Green. Back to Millsap. And he lays it straight in.
That's what we call waiting room there. I mean, Millsap showing how strong he is finishing through contact.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Rondo comes in for Reggie Jackson. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Nice to see Jokic running the floor like this because he makes himself a big target in transition.
Outside Rondo. All sorts of time. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Porter with it. He's picked up by Rondo. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And how about the strength from the big fella? Porter is used to having to power through contact.
Clippers trail by 9. Rondo with the ball. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. To end the run, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Nuggets leading by 9. Rivers surveying the D. Jokic against Morris. And Jokic throws it down.
Boy, you got to like how locked in Jokic is on offense now. His confidence is sky high, and he believes he can score on anybody, anytime.
Rivers against Rondo. Leonard on the wing. Back to Rondo. Three-pointer. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look. And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Nuggets.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jokic.
Yeah, and he was aggressive rebounding the ball tonight. I think his aggressiveness on the glass helped set the tone.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Another miss by Jokic. And it's Rondo with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 11. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
Now, here is Morris. So we see Denver get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. The city of Dallas. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. JaVale McGee is out there with Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. And there's Gordon. And it's Harrison in at the point guard. And for Dallas, Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while. The playmaking of Jokic, so incredible. Creating this inverted offense. Bones, for your money, does it matter what position your best playmaker occupies?
I don't think so. And Jokic might be the secret sauce to that, and proving that from the center position, much like Arvydas Sabonis and Vlade Divac before him, can impact and also frustrate opposing defenses because you can't stop the center from making these kind of plays.
And he's capable of scoring from anywhere, really. Doncic has a strong grasp here of the mid-range.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Doncic against McGee.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Harrison. Now the pass to Jokic. Harrison scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. And McGee kicks to Gordon. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Cauley Stein. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. And pushing it up, here's Denver. Outside Gordon. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Doncic finds Richardson. Here's Finney Smith. Back to Richardson. Pass to Finney Smith. High post, Cauley Stein. McGee's there. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. Here's Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And it's a tie ball game. Hey, Greg, you played in a different era of NBA defense. When you look at how defense is played now in the league, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I think the introduction of the zone, by and large, has been great. You get a lot more switching, and I think it brings more skill into the game. Don't get me wrong. I do miss the physicality that we had back in the 90s, but I tell you what, right now, my body wishes I had the opportunity to play in this era.
I bet it does. Now, here's Porter. Gordon.
Oh, too much at that. We all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. The turnaround jumper. Count it.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Harrison kicks to Jokic. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, Jokic did a nice job positioning himself down in the paint. Usually he's at the top of the key, but this time knew where he wanted to get the ball. Shot it on the inside and scored.
Now here's Porzingis. And Cauley Stein has it in the corner. For 3, Richardson. The shot will not fall. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Doncic. Dallas has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. A pass to Porzingis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
The Nuggets have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Harrison passes to Jokic. There's 25 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And it's Gordon missing. Maverick shooting 40% here in the early stages. Inside, Porzingis passes to Doncic. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. McGee inside. Passes it to Jokic. Over Porzingis. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Just playing some real gritty defense right now, just getting up in bodies and forcing a lot of turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for Dallas, Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's J.J. Redick. And it's Brunson in at the point.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Bull. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
It's stolen by Morris. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. The Mavericks pull it in. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Powell, that's good. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Morris passes to Rivers. Back to Morris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
This is his first free throw of the game. That one is no good. The Mavericks trailing. And the wide open shot from Redick. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Bull. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
Both good from the line that time.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Brunson against Morris. Brunson, good. Here's Morris. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Rivers. Kicks the Bull. 4 on the clock. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 1. Powell, the pass to Marjanovic. Redick with the 3. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Redick with a double team. Down low. The rebound by Marjanovic. Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. Beyond the arc. That shot misses. And it's Denver the other way. Here's Bull. Finished off the break. Bull's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Outside, Redick. To the inside. To the paint. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And the Mavericks lead by 1.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Now, here is Morris. It's Millsap with the drive. Pass to Bowl. Dishes it to Rivers. Nails the 16-footer.
That's a big part of how Austin Rivers is making his living, attacking out of the pick and roll.
Brunson scanning the floor. 1:06 left to play here in the second quarter. They get it back. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. 58 seconds left in the second quarter. And here is Morris. Millsap dishes to Morris. Back to Millsap. Shoots over Powell. Got a piece of it. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Hardaway passes to Powell. Here's Brunson.
Come on.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brunson. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Left side, Gordon. A baseline J. Here's Harrison. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They were a determined pass.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been quite a game for Bol.
And, you know, not always the guy that you would expect to be making the big plays, but so far tonight, he has delivered.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Harrison out there with Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. The shot's good from McGee. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja. Both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Porzingis. Porter pulls it in.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Count it, good.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Here's Doncic following the score by Aaron Gordon. Doncic kicks to Cauley-Stein. Out to Doncic. Over Porter. And it's Doncic missing. Denver leading by 3. Gordon with it. He has 6. Dish now to McGee. Knocked loose. There's the pass to Jokic. Over Porzingis. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Burke comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Burke. Pass to Kleber. Dallas moving it around. Doncic with the bucket.
And certainly not lacking in confidence. When Doncic gets these inside looks, he just jumps all over.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Harrison passes to Rivers. Now Jokic. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gordon with no one around. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Redick with the 3. Millsap grabs the miss. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. 16 feet away. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
Mid-range game as Jokic spotted himself up and drilled that one.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. The Nuggets also changing it up. Bol, he's checked in for Jokic. Green comes in for Gordon. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Millsap.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Cauley-Stein kicks to Doncic. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Richardson. And it's Denver with the rebound. Now here's Rivers. In the corner, it's Morris. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. A 2-point game. Here's Millsap. Good work defensively by Richardson. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Doncic outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Morris against Brunson. On the wing, Morris. Mavericks with the rebound. Marjanovic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Powell finds Hardaway. And here is Marjanovic. For the lead. Off on that one. It's a tie game in Dallas. We're going to step aside for just...
Venom.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Kleber is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Trey Burke, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Now Powell. He dishes it to Hardaway. Back to Powell. Outside, Redick. Just 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
They're just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
Millsap has the open look. Offensive rebound. And Green is right there. Green's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Passes it to Hardaway. Now here's Marjanovic. And here is Hardaway. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. And now here's Rivers, the fast break opportunity. Count that one. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Like that he gets out and runs that time. That's well within the wheelhouse of Austin Rivers, finishing on the break.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now, here's Doncic. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
McGee against Cauley Stein. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Denver needs to get off his shot. It's Porter outside. And that one goes out of bounds. That's touched by Porter. And so here is Dallas. Here's Doncic. Sinks that one from the post. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Porter against Richardson. The shot comes out, and it's Dallas the other way. Cauley Stein passes to Finney-Smith. Porzingis with the ball. And that one, good. And now a 4-point Dallas lead.
Porzingis making it count, wants to come through big time and does here.
Harrison kicks to McGee. Puts it up from 7. Count it. 1:52 left to play in the final quarter. Doncic with it. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Porzingis. McGee with the block. Outside Gordon. Shoots. Arm's length from the hoop. He knocks it down.
Boy, they needed that one. And Gordon delivers. His productive habits really paying off there.
1:12 left in the fourth quarter. Doncic left side. Out left to the wing. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Doncic.
That's a huge confidence boost right there for Kristaps Porzingis. He's proving he's got what it takes in those moments.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth. Jokic inside. Cauley Stein defending. McGee the pass to Jokic. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Now, here's Doncic. Count it!
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. It falls. And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
Look, Jokic continues to get confidence. He is becoming that guy for this team.
Now, Doncic. And the Mavericks call time here. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game. Nikola Jokic.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And so Mike Malone calls a timeout. Oh, it's off the mark. And we're going to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one.
Here we go.
And it's the Mavericks to start up. So the overtime period is now ticking away. Should be fun. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Harrison out there with Porter. And it's Gordon in at the 3 spot. Outside for Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And now we've got the intentional foul. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Maxi Kleba. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And it's Richardson in for Trey Burke. And a switcher also for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap. Gordon the pass to McGee. Just 5 on the clock. To take the lead. And he overshot that one, missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Doncic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First one falls for him.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
Now, here's Doncic. He kicks to Richardson. And Doncic, here we go. Porzingis passes to Doncic. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
And it's Jokic in the corner. They get the rebound. McGee, the pass to Jokic. Good on the 13-footer.
Well, Jokic needed it, and he got it.
The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. Doncic feeling it out. Pass to Porzingis. Porter against Doncic. He gets it in there.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Doncic. Here's McGee. Cauley Stein grabs the board. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 on their field goal attempts since the beginning of overtime. Pass to Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Kicks it to Cauley Stein. Back to Richardson. His 3-pointers off the mark.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Nope. Every opportunity here have to have flawless execution.
Gordon dishes to McGee. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. It counts. A huge shot to tie it up.
Well, the confidence just keeps growing with Jokic and his shot. Pretty much ready to shoot as soon as it touched his hands.
And here is Doncic. It's in!
And it just seems when Doncic turns it on, it's a sight to see. Incredible at scoring in a variety of ways.
Denver calls timeout. They're behind by 2. 1 second left in overtime. Guys, your thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick. Don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely do it.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. as seen from above. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They just got to make the adjustments.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. They've got Jackson. He's out there with Paul George. Ivica Zubac is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Oturu in at the power forward. And for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Boy, what body control from the Slovenian forward. Doncic comfortable taking on all challengers.
Doncic against George. The pass to Oturu. Good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Inside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. George against Doncic. George passes to Oturu. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Leonard with the steal. And now the Clippers on the break. Zubac the pass to George. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Richardson finds Cauley Stein over George. And Cauley Stein with the basket on the assist by Richardson.
So out of the gates, 3 for 3, exactly what they're looking for.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And George, here we go. Here's Oturu. Cauley Stein defending. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks leading by 4. Doncic passes to Richardson. Stolen by Jackson. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Brunson scanning the floor. Here's Powell, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender, and when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Kennard on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Batum against Kleber. Batum passes to Cousins. Powell pulls it in.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Redick from deep three-point range, and it's the Clippers with the rebound. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Runs in the pass to Kleber. Now the feed to Powell. And the shot goes down. Powell's got his second basket.
How about the skills of Dwight Powell down low? Hard for the defense to match up with his length.
Ball's knocked loose. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Kleba slams it in.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
Brunson against Rondo.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backdoor.
Another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. It's Morris atop the key. And Morris throws it down.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding on to an 8th. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it's...
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
They've got Powell. Trey Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 down low. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Burke. The Clippers also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Kennard.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Brunson. A three-pointer, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
And after defending on the shot, he doesn't give up on the play. Follow that straight to the glass for the rebound.
And the wide-open shot from Redick. Drains it from beyond the arc. Redick's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The focus, the precision. Once Redick gets any airspace to shoot the deep ball, he seizes on the opportunity.
Jackson against Redick. To the inside. Morris kicks to Beverly. Clock at 6. Pass to Zubac. The shot misses. And it's Dallas the other way. Powell, the pass to Brunson. Puts up a 3. The shot by Redick, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
Brunson kicks to Redick. Back to Brunson. There's the dish to Powell. Morris with the block.
Well, Marcus Morris, the frame and the length to block shots. That's pretty.
Clippers trail by 13. Here's Jackson. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. Outside, Reddick. Feeds it to Powell. Here's Marjanovic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Mavericks leading by 11. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Brunson finds Marjanovic. The three. Morris with the rebound. The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And that one's good. Leonard.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Dallas has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. Basket good. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And Beverly kicks to Jackson. 44 seconds left in the first half. Back to Beverly. 3-pointer. Zubac. The tip in on the offensive rebound. Zubac has got his first points in this one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Reddick surveying the D. Offline with his 3.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And with that, the Maverick lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Zubac.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is 8. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 5. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
Well, we can't look past the work that their reserves have done tonight. There was a big...
And that'll do it.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. We've seen Dwight Powell really having a great game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Paul George. Also Reggie Jackson out there. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And George. Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. Now, here's Richardson. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Porzingis. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. And Porzingis gets it to go on the assist by Richardson. Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Well, he has such a great feel for what the defense is conceding, and Kristaps Porzingis makes a nice play on the inside.
Outside, George. Jackson with it. Out-guarded by Porzingis. Zubac the pass to Oturu. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Jackson against Richardson. Passes it to CLA Stein. Doncic outside. Hangs. He lays it in. Doncic has got 6.
You've got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Zubac finds George. Shoots over Doncic. It's rebounded by Dallas. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Clippers trail by 5. Here's Jackson. Can't hit that one. Good work defensively by Richardson. Here's CLA Stein. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
And what I like about CLA Stein is just how hard he plays. Really both ends, a scrappy player.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Hardaway comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. And here we go. And CLA Stein throws it down.
Just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Rondo passes to George. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And Cousins kicks to George. His 3-pointers off the mark. Mavericks leading by 9. Hardaway passes to Redick. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got 4 assists in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Rondo finds George. Right side, Batum. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. George with no one around. And again, no good by the Clippers. Now the Mavericks with it. They're on a 13-4 run. Redick for 3. CLA Stein passes to Marjanovic. Good work there as it goes. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Cousins, the pass to Rondo. Good on the shot.
It's underrated, but Rondo possesses terrific strength. Even when you get the contact, he has a way of being able to create and finish shots.
Powell, he's checked in for Dallas. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They lead by 11. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Redick passes to Marjanovic. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. 8 points for him.
A fundamentally sound player. Gotta like how well Redick works the rock around the floor.
Here's Batum. It's rebounded by Dallas. Powell's got his 4th rebound in this one. A shot off that time. And so it's Dallas. Looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their defense. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Dallas leading by 13. Doncic and Hardaway at the 2 and the 3. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. And it's Burke in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Kennard finds Rondo to the left side wing. Beverly wide open. And it's off from 3-point range. Maverick shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Porzingis can't hit.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Batum passes to Kennard. Here's Oturu. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Out to Porzingis. No good that time. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. And he's going to get whistled for that foul. Gee, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Trey Burke. Oturu, the pass to Beverly. And the pass to Oturu. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Brunson the pass to Marjanovic. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Now Rondo. Zubac finds Rondo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
But they'll get another chance. Marjanovic passes to Brunson. Back to Marjanovic. A second chance effort. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Oturu. Finished off the break.
Well, primarily known as a scorer, Kawhi Leonard using his playmaking skills to set up his teammates there.
Brunson the bounce pass. And Redick kicks to Brunson. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Brunson. Passes to Marjanovic. Good on the bucket. Marjanovic has got 4 this quarter. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces. But title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Outside for Redick. The pass to Powell. Back to Redick. 5 to shoot. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. George is checked in for Los Angeles. Jackson comes in for Rajon Rondo. Pass to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Took him no time at all on that one.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Doncic with it. Dishes it to Cauley Stein. Out to Doncic. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Doncic, no good. Clippers trail by 7.
This has reached desperation time for him.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here. Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Here's Doncic. He dishes it to Cauley Stein. And again, Dallas turns it over. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 12-4 run. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Over Porzingis. Zubac no good. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here is Doncic. The dish to Cauley Stein. Richardson outside. Now here's Doncic. He's tightly guarded. There's the triple. Good on the triple. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Hard to find any weakness in Doncic's offensive game. Boy, when this three-point shot is dropping, look out.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession.
One of those nights where the wheels come off, nerves seem to be playing a factor.
So we see the Mavericks get the win here. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll welcome to this Sunday afternoon edition of the NBA here on 2K. GA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. Porter is out there with Harrison, and it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's McGee in at the 5 spot. And for the Clippers, they've got Morris. Paul George is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac, and it's Leonard in at the 3. George passes to Morris. Outside Leonard. Back to Morris from 13. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And George kicks to Zubac. Clock at 4. Back to George. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. On offense, here are the Nuggets. Here's Gordon. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Pass to Zubac. George with the ball. And McGee picks him up defensively with the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The uncanny ability to time the tip in. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Jackson. Harrison passes to McGee. And a wide open look for Porter. They get it back. That one doesn't drop. Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Nobody near Leonard. The shot missing. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. And now here comes Gordon leading the break. Porter kicks to Gordon. Here's Jokic. He dishes it to McGee. Gordon the pass to Porter. And here's McGee. Shoots over Zubac. The putback. Jokic on the follow.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Outside, George. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. And there's the pass to McGee. Back to Harrison. Passes it to Porter. Over George. And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
Leonard, no luck. Denver in the lead.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
George dishes to Leonard. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And it's Zubac atop the key. Dishes it to George. Puts it up from 15. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Here's McGee. Jokic controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
George against Porter. Over in the corner, Zubac. And Porter, here we go. Here's Harrison. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Jokic. Over Batum. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Rivers. Jokic has got 10 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now Rondo lays it up and banks it in.
Really admire the fact that Rondo is not afraid to go down there in the paint from time to time.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got JaVale McGee. Monte Morris is out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's Paul Millsap, and it's Green in at the small forward position.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Morris kicks to Rivers. Back to Morris. To the paint. Here's McGee. And he drops it in from the low post. McGee's got the lead up to 9 now for Denver. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Rondo passes to Cousins. The Clippers rebound. Rondo, good.
Rondo is a clever player, recognizing how to track down second chance opportunities.
Morris kicks to Rivers. McGee with it. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nuggets shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And Denver with a change here, too. Holes checked in. Knocked away. Stolen by Beverly. And now here's Batum, the fast break opportunity. And Batum throws it down.
Such a hounding defender. Beverly timing the steal and initiating the break.
The Nuggets leading by 6. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. And he's going up for the alley-oop. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And the Clippers have possession, following the miss by Bol.
When defending Patrick Beverly, it's hard to match his level of energy and activity.
The Clippers shooting their first free throws of this game.
And last season, as a team. They knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. And George is subbed in for Luke Kennard. Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Beverly wide open. They grab their own miss.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
The Nuggets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Morris passes to Millsap. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. And it's sent back by Leonard.
Yeah, that shot gets jacked. Great anticipation by the claw.
Here's George. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break. And Smitty with LeBron getting into his late 30s. KD coming off the Achilles. For your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Big group substitution here for Denver. Jokic is checked in for Millsap. Gordon comes in for Green. Porter's checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. Leonard attacking and finished off by Leonard.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
36 seconds left here in the second. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. And another miss by Denver.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Leonard, the pass to Jackson. It's tipped, and they get it back. Gordon against Leonard. And it's Gordon missing. Now the Clippers moving it up. George has got the ball. Kicks it out to Leonard. Second chance shot. Gets a hand on it. It's good on the putback. Morris has got the lead up to 4 now for Los Angeles.
And you'd like to see more of this from Marcus. Attack.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for the Clippers. They struggled to find an offensive rhythm or come up with enough. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Morris in at the 4 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
And here's the fast break. Jokic leading the way. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Jokic has got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. Jackson looking it over. Launches it. Rebound by the Nuggets. McGee's got 4 rebounds in this game. Gordon against Leonard. Gordon the pass to Porter. For the lead. It's rebounded by Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. George with the bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
George against Porter. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. And McGee kicks to Jokic. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Leonard dishes to Jackson. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Zubac finds Jackson. From outside, off the mark. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Outside, Porter. The dish to McGee. That one good for 2.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Outside, George. Outside, Jackson. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porter.
Shaky start to the half, going 1 for 4, still trying to find that groove.
And there's the whistle, 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
For the Clippers, Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Zubac, and it's Kennard in for Kawhi Leonard. Now, here is Morris. Jackson passes to Batum. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Batum's got his second basket of the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
.153 left here in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. And George gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And there's a minute 45 left to play in the third. Yep, that one goes in there.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Rondo against Morris. And stolen by Bol. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
One shot. Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
The Nuggets have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
JaMychal Green, undrafted out of Alabama, played in the D-League and France, but he solidified himself as a quality NBA big man.
Now here's Rondo. Feeds it to Cousins. Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. Denver grabs the miss. And here we go. Nuggets running again. Now here's Rivers. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Unhindered, going all the way. Shot's good by Kennard.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Millsap. Down low, Green. Back to Millsap. It's Rivers on the wing. Shot clock at 6. Baseline J on the way. The putback, and Green is right there. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Batum wide open, he fires. Another one falls for the Clippers.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Morris looking over the floor. It's Rivers on the wing. Morris dishes to Bol. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, inside, Bol does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Nuggets ahead. They lead by 3. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Fundamental basketball. Keep your eyes up. Keep the ball moving. You're going to keep the defense on its heels.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So out there for the Nuggets right now, we've got Gordon. Green is out there with Paul Millsap. And it's Harrison in at 2 go.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Gordon, the pass to Millsap. Back to Gordon. And the rejection by Zubac. Now the Clippers moving it up. Now here's Beverly. He's covered closely. Green against Batum to take the lead. That shot no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Here's Gordon. Kennard with the rebound.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Batum. Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. A nice shot by George.
At 6'8", Paul George is a threat inside, looking very comfortable from in there.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. The drive by Jokic. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
And the Clippers making a change here. Jackson's checked in. Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris comes in for Harrison. Now, here's Zubac. Now the pass to George. To the middle, here's Morris. Good defense by Jokic.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's sent back by George. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up. And here's Morris for 3. Drops in the tray. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Morris passes to Bull. Passes to Jokic. And he feeds it to Bull. Kicks it out to Gordon. From deep. And again, Denver no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And contact out. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Morris passes to Jokic. It's hauled in by George. The Clippers in the lead, and the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. Patrick Patterson, he's checked in for the Clippers. The Nuggets also changing it up. JaVale McGee comes in for Bull. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Morris. Here's George, and the layup falls.
Paul George loves these situations. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to deliver.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The 10-footer. Here's Jokic. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
The drive by Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose.
Important time in the game in terms of momentum. You see Reggie willing to put the team on his back.
Harrison kicks to Porter. Shoots from the block. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just one on the bucket from Jokic.
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Now here is George. Tries again. Zubac's the pass to George. Over Porter. Rebounded by McGee. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Jokic is running from close range. Yes!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Here's George. Lets it go with a three. Gets the three to fall.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. He kicks it to Porter. Pass to Jokic. Got it! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a
Love it, love it. I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 2. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
Here's Jokic. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith. Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Cauley Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic. Then there's Richardson. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And for Denver, they've got Nikola Jokic. JaVale McGee is out there with Aaron Gordon. And it's Rivers. And it's Porter in at the 2. Now here's Rivers. Doncic with the steal. Richardson right side. Doncic outside. Fires the 3. The Mavericks keeping it alive. The new 14. Richardson attacking. Here's Cauley Stein. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Porzingis with the steal. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. The wing jumper off target.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Rivers passes to Jokic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on Luka Doncic. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not really great numbers for him at the line, but really not terrible either. Right around 70%.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Doncic outside. To the inside, stolen by McGee. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Launches the 3. Here's Porter. Drops in the layup for 2.
Always good to see the young fella Porter Jr. outwork the opposition on the glass that time.
Doncic passes to Cauley Stein. Gordon against Doncic. Richardson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Finney Smith. Here's Cauley Stein. Rebounded by McGee. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Rivers. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now Richardson. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Now, here's Jokic. Following the miss by Austin Rivers. Here's McGee. Back to Jokic. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Doncic against Gordon. Puts it up. Excellent D that time there from McGee.
Well, I think he shouldn't have forced that one. Instead, he should have passed it off.
Here's Porter. It's blocked.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Then for the Mavericks, Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Jokic passes to McGee. Count that one.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Brunson. Inside, Porzingis. He can't get it to go. Good defense by Jokic. Porter kicks to McGee. Jokic passes to Porter. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
Now the dish to Cauley Stein. 52 seconds left here in the first quarter. Richardson attacking. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, being effective in the pick and roll requires that you read the defense, and Richardson did a good job there.
McGee in the corner. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Porzingis against Jokic. Back to Gordon. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Stolen by McGee. Porter kicks to Jokic. Here's Gordon.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
Brunson the pass to Hardaway. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. The Mavericks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. That free throw good from Hardaway.
You know, I think we all know that Hardaway Jr. is a really good scorer. I mean, the next step for him is improving defensively.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, up 3. And the second. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
Take note of the work they've done on the offensive glass. Guys, they've got a ton of putbacks.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Actually, Kleba is out there with Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in at the point. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Shot clock at 6. The shot by Redick, no good. The Nuggets leading by 3. Campazzo, Brunson covering. Back to Harrison. Campazzo, and he gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The shot by Redick, no good. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. Here's Harrison, and Green now, top of the key. Millsap finds Rivers. Green left side. No good on that one. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Left side Hardaway. Passes it to Powell. Outside Redick. To the paint. Here's Brunson. Nails the baby hook.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Campazzo, Brunson covering. To the middle. And that one's good. Millsap. Millsap's got the lead back up to 5 now for Denver. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Brunson scanning the floor. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you know know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkus, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Coley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for J.J. Redick. Porter finds Rivers. Mavericks trail by 7. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Porter. And Coley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Rivers against Brunson. And then Rivers with the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And McGee kicks to Gordon. Good, nice job down low. Gordon's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nuggets.
Well, that's 3 of their last 5 baskets in transition.
Outside, Porzingis. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Brunson with it. He's against Gordon.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Jokic passes to Gordon. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Mavericks trail by 11. Doncic right side. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Charity stripe shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And so it's the Denver Nuggets. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. The period came to a close with them. And that does it for our...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Austin Rivers with a strong contribution so far in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Then there's Gordon, and it's Harrison in at the point guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And it's blocked. It's deflected. Porzingis with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. Finney-Smith kicks to Porzingis. On the wing, Doncic. The pass to Finney-Smith. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gordon. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. 4 on the shot clock. Gordon against Doncic. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now Denver takes it the other way.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And you look at it, 8 of the last 10 points they've given up here coming in transition.
And defensively, you got to recognize that threat and make the correction.
Doncic with the bucket.
Well, you look at Doncic, so confident, even from this area. He knows he can make it happen.
Doncic with the steal. 2 points. That one goes. Doncic has got his second bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. Doncic dishes to Powell. Out to Doncic. Outside Hardaway for 3 and out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
So it's Denver now. Morris with the ball. Hardaway picks him up. And Hardaway comes to help. Porter.
And guys, if they're...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Morris into the lane. Jokic with the bucket. Jokic has got the lead up to 13 now for Denver.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. JaMychal Green comes in for Bol. And it's Austin Rivers in for Morris. Doncic passes to Richardson. Green with the rebound. The Nuggets leading by 13. Lob pass to Gordon. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Doncic with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Porzingis. Doncic has got 8 points in the quarter. Rivers against Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Denver grabs the miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
The kick out to Porter. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter.
Yeah, just using those long strides to just kind of knife through the teeth of the defense. Porter daring them to hit him on that one.
Free throw good. Porter. And the Nuggets with some changes. Bowl, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Millsap comes in for Gordon. And Monte Morris subbed in for Rivers. Mavericks trail by 15. Now here's Brunson. Outside Hardaway. He can't get that one. Good work defensively by Millsap. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. The Nuggets have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
Tell you what, Paul Millsap, one of my favorite players because he's so effective, scores at an efficient clip, rebounds the ball well, and defends multiple positions, too. He gives you everything.
Redick against Rivers, and it's blocked, but they recover it. Powell kicks to Redick. That will count.
Powell is a solid rebounder, excellent at hitting the boards and gobbling up rebounds.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. On the floor for Dallas, Burke is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Redick in at the 3 spot.
Love watching Millsap go to work inside. He's a pretty smooth operator in the paint. Good footwork, good strength, and good touch.
Brunson kicks to Hardaway. Millsap with the steal. Here's Rivers, and finished off by Rivers.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Bowl comes in for Gordon, and Morris subbed in for Rivers.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Morris passes to Bowl. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Clock at 6. Out to Morris. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Doncic against Morris. The feed to Bowl. Out to Morris. The tray. The offensive rebound. Mavericks trail by 15. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Bowl. JaVale McGee comes in for JaMychal Green. And Gordon subbed in for Monte Morris.
Yeah, he's known for his finesse game, guys, but Porzingis showing you there. He's got some power to his game, too.
It's Millsap with the drive. And Jokic wide open. He shoots, and he gets it to go from the high post. And the Nuggets lead by 15. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint. Here's Harrison. Richardson cover. Millsap dishes to McGee. Nifty move. And the layup is up and in.
I think his unselfish attitude is really a big part of what makes Millsap a leader on the court, and the ability to make some dynamic passes doesn't hurt either.
Here's Porzingis. Moves back up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Michael Porter, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Austin Rivers comes in for Shaquille Harrison. Then for the Mavericks, Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Jokic, that ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Nuggets.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Jokic.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Here's Jokic, and good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Outside for Redick. Porter with the steal. And here's Jokic. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up.